Wow, 50 people within seconds. So I'm guessing you guys are really excited about what's happening, right? Bloody money, what's up, my bro? Usually, you know, when you start stream, like it's like 1, 5, 7, 8. Right now it's 50, 85, 3000. How bloody do you think will go? Yeah, how bloody? Black Swan is here. This isn't Black Swan, man. I mean, you could say it's a Black Swan, you know, but Bloody Monday. Yeah, Mondays usually are bloody. It's not often you see Bloody Friday. Bloody Friday is a Black Swan event. Bloody Monday is expected. You know, Bloody Friday is like, you know, you're building up to that, and then something happens and then it crashes. That's Black Swan. But you know, Bloody Monday is like normal. Biggest dump ever, 42k. Maybe it's hitting some kind of. It was coming for a long time. Well, it was coming. How's everybody doing? What did the moon say? Moon say full moon. Moon say, you know, we should pump, you know, so buy aqua. Tyler is optimistic at least. Thanks for the bucks, man. I appreciate it. Interesting part is in 29 minutes, if I'm not wrong, when the US markets open. They open in 29 minutes. I was wondering when they are gonna open. So what we're gonna do meanwhile is we're gonna ask the 8-ball. Is this the big one? Ask again later. Not much help to get there. Dow Jones. Okay, let's stop this a little second here. There we go. So we're gonna ask Dow Jones. Dow Jones futures price now, something like that, right? Pre-market data, CNBC. Close 38, so they're definitely opening down. Dow mini, S&P mini. Yeah, definitely opening down. Everything is opening down. Pre-market says we are opening down. Hello T again. Hello Betch, how you doing, man? Tyler is really excited about his coin, man. Thanks for the bucks, man. Appreciate it. Are you still going to buy the iPhone? Yeah, it's already bought. You know, we are waiting it. You know, to get in the mail. It's on 24th. We are gonna get it. You know, so the phone is already ordered. So what is happening with markets, guys? What is happening with markets? Why are we dumping? There was a bit there on the 1 minute. I thought I was witnessing the pump lot. You're watching the 1 minute. Yeah, I mean, this could have, you know, tricked you. The problem here is I was watching, you know, for the I was watching for some kind of a. Right now on the 4 hour we are sitting at 22 on the RSI. This is Coinbase. Let's look at Binance, you know, because everybody's on Binance. Down here at 20, RSI is at 22 on the 4 hourly, so we are pretty deep down, and we are hitting this resistance at 42. Now we're gonna watch that resistance. Could be Evergrande dragging everything down. Yeah, I mean Evergrande. You know, this morning I was checking it out. You know, it was down 17%, and then they stopped the trading for the Evergrande because, you know, it dumped down so fast. Put the moons back on the chart. Let's check for correlation. The S-week making head and shoulders. It's already made head and shoulders. If you look at the, you know, the DXY on the weekly time frame, we have been watching the, you know, the head and shoulders pattern on DXY for a long time. This goes all the way from July 2020. You know, this is a big ass you know, head and shoulders pattern, and it broke on the upside. Right now getting pushed by these moving averages, getting above the 10 moving average. If it gets above this level, we said yesterday, if it gets above this level up here, it might go all the way up to 200 moving average, and if it gets above that, you know, the target for the head and shoulders pattern is actually over here at 97. Now what that means, that don't know, but I know if it goes towards the upside, you know, that's deflation, so we are going into the play. 47 is the bottom. Then the beauty, yeah, that might be it. You know, we know that something is something's gonna happen on the 4th December, between the 20th November and 20th December, and exactly on the 4th December, you know, something's gonna happen, something big is gonna happen, and we are not quite sure, you know, we are hoping for some kind of top, right? But you know, it might be also the bottom. So you know, but you know, if it's bottom, it's a good thing. It's a good thing because you know it's only 2 months of bleeding, and then we go up. Because once you hit the bottom, where are you gonna go? Right? No, in small time frames there is a head and shoulders, and it's inverse. I mean, maybe there is on a small time frames. Like how small time frames are you gonna go at? If you're looking at something like this up here, some kind of head and shoulders up here, I mean, sure, it might dump, but it doesn't look like that right now. Until you get you know, the move to the downside, you know, it's too early to call. It's too early to call. But this big head and shoulders, the weekly, I only watch the, you know, index on the weekly because it really doesn't matter what it does day by day. It really doesn't matter. Dollar is going up. Bad for us. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's what people are saying. Also, deflation is bad for you if you got debt, just so you know, because I was kind of hoping for inflation, and you know, so it can remove my debt, but you know, we already know, you know, they want everybody in debt, you know, so you know, the most logical move is deflation. Will XRP ever over 1000 lol? Maybe in some alternative future. Man, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna go to 1000. Who knows? Who knows? Now the markets are gonna open. I'm gonna look at some indexes right now, and I'm gonna explain to you. Yesterday we talked about this. You know, how important, you know, today might everything dump because of this over here. This is Dow Jones in the industrial index, and you can see here that we are below the 20 moving average, and this hasn't happened ever since the we were down here at the Corona dump, right? We were climbing the 10 moving average, this white line. We were climbing the 10 moving average, and all of these dumps back to the 20 moving average. Even this one up here, you just got bought right back up again, right back up every single time. But right now we are doing a pattern that's going something like this up here. This is a exhaustion pattern, and usually they drop right down. And right now we are looking for downside. We are looking for this 32,050 moving average drop right now. I don't know if you know, if we are gonna go on, you know, further down. Is this the big big drop that's gonna go? But you know, some kind of you know, some kind of pull to downside definitely is happening on the markets right now. The moon will save us. You think? I do actually hope so. Now we're also gonna look at Bitcoin and what's happening Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin on the where is it? This is Binance. Yeah, Binance. Let's go to the 4-hour on Binance. This is the Bitcoin on Binance, or you can see the 4-hour. You know, it's already pulled up a lot right now. 1-hour getting some kind of traction, because we are right now oversold. We are sitting down at some kind of 24 levels. Some kind of 24 levels down here at 24 on the RSI, and the this indicator down here, it shows us some kind of overbought, oversold levels, right? So you can see that we are already a little bit oversold on the 4-hourly time frame. Some kind of normal movement should go around, I think around here somewhere, give or take. Everything below this line is extended levels. Everything below this line, but you know, it can take a while, you know, like over here. These were extended levels, but right now we are at those extended levels on the downside, and you know, some pullback might actually happen. So is that, you know, what's the 10% maximum pain where we actually go up from over here? That might be it. So I'm not expecting actually, you know, now that we are overextended, you know, we are gonna go up to the moon or anything, but you know, some kind of a sideways move, maybe even a move upwards might happen, because we are waiting for this 10 moving average to actually you know, come back to us, because a little bit oversold on the 4-hour. Let's see 1-hourly time frame. 1-hourly time frame is yeah, kind of pushing on the downside. Let's see here. Let's see if there, where is it? No, right now there is no divergence on the 1-hourly, no divergence on the 4-hour. Let's see 30 minutes, no divergence. 15 minutes, on 50 minutes there is divergence up here. 50 minutes there is divergence. Let's see 5 minutes right now. 5 minutes, no, and no. 5 minutes, no difference, but there is 50 difference on the 50 minutes, but it's not actually good, because this is there is no pivot point up here. So right now I don't see the difference. I don't know if this is the bottom, very bottom. I think this might actually bleed more today. But we are a little bit oversold. We went down too quick, so some kind of pullback to upside, maybe even sideways might happen, like next couple hours. 2-3 hours, and then we might see some kind of a more dump. I'm not very confident that, you know, this is enough This is enough, because we got three levels. First, you know, support was right over here. Guys, look how precise we are. Look how precise we are. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see this better. You can see yesterday we were talking about this 46,802 level, give or take these lines down here, right? We are talking about these lines. You can see them better on the 4, maybe on the daily. No, this was a 4 only. Where was it? Maybe up here. Doesn't matter. Look how this happened. Man. Look how this happened. As soon as we drop down below these lines, like you know, once start like going down, you know, that was the threshold. That was the threshold for the dump, and that's finished right now. So we can remove these lines up here. We can remove these lines, right? But we have two supports down here at 44,000 and 42,000. Let's try. I don't remember if it's on this chart that I actually made it correctly. These are the 20th and 20th. Let's remove these for a second, and let's see on the weekly time frame up here. Let's see the daily. This should be up here. This is the support of 42,200, and this at 44 is actually up here. So we are breaking that as well. So this big support area down here is getting broken right now. You can see here this big support area around the 44,000, between 44,003 and 44,009 is getting broken right now. With this big move is getting broken right now. If we stay below here, this is on the daily time frame. If we stay below what level? What level is that? What level is that? If you stay below 44,400 or something like that today, that's actually quite bad, because you are breaking all of these supports, all of these three supports. You are breaking that with this move on the downside, and we are just barely holding this next level of support at 42,000. So you got after 44,000 you got 42, and after 42 you got to 38,000. After 38, you don't want me to show you where the next support is, guys. You don't want me to show where the next support is, but heavy out button. You don't lose profits till you sell. I don't know, man. If it goes down far enough, I mean, you cannot call it profits anymore, right? When will the new moon phase happen? Yeah, it'll be bounced, then massive plunge. So we're gonna see how this actually works out. But right now, I think, you know, 10% down, you know, maximum fear, you know. So right now the price is a little bit oversold on the little bit oversold on the moving averages, and we need some kind of break. I think we need some kind of break, some kind of intermediate waiting. As soon as this 1 hourly, you can see the 1 hourly, the 10 moving average on 1 hourly is pushing us down right now. So I want to see how it's how we are reacting to the 1 hourly 10 moving average. So I want to see us touch the 10 moving average, and see if we can manage to. I'm just doing this a little bit. I want to see us. I want to see us touch this 10 moving average right over here and see if we get rejected by the 10 moving average again. Because if you do that and fall below this level down here, what's that level at right now? That's at 43,532. If you fall below this level again, if you start going up right now and then get rejected by the 10 moving average on the 1 hourly and then break this level down here, I'm expecting more dump, maybe all the way again over to 42,000 and see if we can actually hold it. Because right now there is coming in no support right now. There are no none. What are you gonna call it? There are no bottoming patterns. There are no bottoming indicators. The only thing we have is on this 15-minute chart the RSI divergence, but it's not actually that good because this isn't any kind of a pivot point or anything like that. But there is no divergence on any kind of. Usually when you have this big move to the downside, usually you have some kind of divergence. You have some kind of very extended overbought levels. You get something. But right now there is nothing. There is no pattern. I mean, we can go probably some kind of 5-minute chart and try to look for some kind of patterns up here. But okay, let's pull out the trend line. The trend line. Is this gonna be it? Is this trend line? Let's pull out the trend line. Let's call this trend line the resistance, right? So right now you can see here that this big move towards downside is still following this resistance trend or whatever you want to call it, right? So you know one of the first indications should be RSI divergence. After that, you know, it should be breaking the trend because right now we are in a very steep downtrend. very steep downtrend. So at one point we gotta we gotta get out of that. But this on the small time frames, but small time frames will be one of the first one to get to show some kind of bullishness in the market. But right now I don't see anything. Yes, there is very nice green candle up here, but unfortunately we are still below 10 moving average and so forth. So I don't see it quite yet. I don't see it quite. So I think it needs a little bit more time just to find some kind of bottom, just find some kind of a pattern, just find some kind of support. But right now it does look quite ugly. It does look quite ugly. You'd do better to look at Nasdaq. It's about to open, and that should drive whether we go up or down. Not charting right now. No, we already looked at it, man. We looked at futures pre-market data, and everything is down. Everything is down. Everything is in red. So they are definitely opening in red today. As soon as they open, S&P, Nasdaq, Russell, Dow, Mini, pre-market data on futures are actually pretty much good enough to tell the story. Now let's ask we asked the 8 poll, is this the big one, and he said ask again later. So let's ask again later. Outlook good. Okay. If you push it enough, you get the answer. You get an answer. If you push enough, you get outlook good. Is this the big one? Outlook looks good. I won't say the outlook is good, but it looks like it's the big one. Maybe it's the big one. Now I don't think it's the actually big one. Let's go to the indexes over here. Let's go to Dow Jones index and see up here. And like I just said over here on the weekly time frame, the 20 moving average. We got a 20 moving average. We got a 50 moving average. Where is the 50 moving average? Right over there. And you see here, this is the bad sign. That's why I was warning people yesterday, even on the Patreon. I said like if you got anything, like maybe like if I had anything, I would pull everything out just to see how the Monday is gonna go, because this might actually drop down really hard. And the problem here is first week we dropped below the 20 moving average. That wasn't a big deal, and you see the markets didn't react that well. The problem is this second candle. The second candle is a big problem because the second candle did not manage to get back above the 20 moving average, and every time prior to that, it's always managed to get back above the 10 moving average, at least above 20 moving average, and right now it's not doing that. So I'm looking for a dump, some kind of dump to that 32. Now it's not a big dump. I mean, in the stock market, this is 6% down, but Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin and stock markets are actually correlated. I have my wife ready to sell for 10 Bitcoin. I remember an Estonian girl told me once that if you want to find out what you want, just flip a coin. You'll know what you want by how you feel about the flip. That is correct. That is very correct. Because in that moment when the coin goes up and goes down, you get this feel what you actually want it to be, and that's the it really doesn't matter what it is, but what you want. We need to put in a Wally bottom at 1 hour RSI above 30 before I define bottom. Yeah, that might be time. I mean, there is several ways you can, figure out some kind of bottoms and stuff like that. When were the stock markets? Mega Maxi Pi is right. What did Mega Maxi Pi? Yes, I didn't set a higher high yet on the daily. No, but I'm gonna show you on the DXY. I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at. And I'm keeping repeating myself like a broken record. I should probably make a video on DXY. Where is the DXY? Up here. When I'm looking on DXY, I'm looking on the weekly time frame, right? I'm looking on the weekly time. I'm always looking at, because it moves so slowly. It moves so slowly. I don't think there is any purpose on watching DXY on the daily time frame. Now we have a head and shoulders pattern, inverse head and shoulders pattern. It is going up, and once it breaks this level up here, this stop up here, I think it might just bounce to the upside. Look here, exactly on the dollar. Hitting with the wick. You see this wick exactly on the dollar at the resistance, so it is trying to get it back. What you are saying that it's not, on the daily, it's not higher high yet, but it is going up. You cannot say this is not higher high because it's right now it's still continuing up. Maybe you can see some kind of pullback to these moving averages, where you break the resistance, because right now I think this might actually come up here and then break to the upside, because it is important weekly resistance up here. But looking at the daily, it just moves too slow. It just moves too slow. US markets open in 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute, 15:30. But you know, we don't get the information until we don't get. Oh, Dow Jones is already opened. Market is open. Look at this. But yeah, it was expected. It was expected because you know we checked the pre-market on the futures and you know. See, pre-market open down, you know, that usually means that. So if you want to know if, you know, it's going to open up and down, something like that, just watch the futures because they are usually open outside the opening hours. Hello, is it time to jump from the upstairs window yet? No, never time to jump from the upstairs window, man. There is always hope, man. It was interesting to see the typical dip after the golden cross played out. Said Bitcoin should up at 36.5 or 37. I'm not quite sure about that. But when it comes to golden cross, because a lot of people have been talking about golden cross, right? That's between the 50 and 200 moving average. Now here, the golden cross on the the golden cross came actually up here. Up here. So if you bought 7 March 2011. You know, on the stocks, you would have done pretty nicely. Now on Bitcoin is all different ballpark game. This is the weekly, daily chart. We were looking at the daily. It doesn't matter. Somebody said, and I do agree, that cross bottom, you know, golden cross top, you know, so. So usually these are leg indicators. Usually people, when it goes something like this down, they already assume, you know, it's gonna get you know, some kind of golden cross. But when this is already happening, it's a leg indicator. So you know, upstairs window is too close to the ground, only going to hurt. I mean, if you can learn anything from gold, is actually up a bit. Let's check out gold, man. Let's check out gold. How is gold doing it right now? Gold is right now at where are my metals? There. Let's see gold. I wouldn't say this is up a bit. I mean for the day, yeah, but last 3 days it's been dumping. If you look at a weekly time frame, this is getting, the gold is definitely getting big rejection, guys. This is the weekly 50 moving average. Let's see the other moving averages. Right now you can see here we hit some kind of top here at 2000, and ever since that we have been going down. So right now we are breaking this support level at 200 moving average. Support level. Right now we are breaking that support level. We are actually technically below it. This is on the weekly time frame. Right now opened on the weekly. We opened below the 100 moving average, which is actually a bad thing, and we were getting rejected. This is a rejection. We are getting rejected also the support. So this is a big one, you know, getting 2 rejections up here on the 50 moving average. That's a very bad thing. And right now, not only that, we are below. So I think gold is going down, guys. I think gold is going down. Unfortunately, just because, you know, zoom in and you see going up, you know, big time frames, you know, it's not gonna happen. Doesn't really matter what altcoins do now. BTC is lean. Yeah, right now. It doesn't matter if the altcoin is good or not. We are looking at some kind of altcoins yesterday, and you know, some altcoins were actually looking nice. Look here, this is Norwegian 2.27 down today. This is also BX. This is Norwegian stock exchange right down here. Now, we noticed on the Dow Jones index that, you know, this means, you know, today is going to be a terrible day, right? But on S&P X it wasn't. It was just below 10 moving average, but right now it's going back down down here. But everything is crashing. Literally everything on my chart is crashing. This UK 100. This is FTSE. FTSE is bad. Look at DAX down, right? Everything is going down. But these patterns, like when you go sideways and then slowly kind of turn, they go up in start and slowly kind of turn sideways. This is exhaustion, and the exhaustion usually drops down. Now there is some kind of hope, and I'm going to show you the hope, guys. I'm going to show you the hope on the weekly time frame, because in the normal stock markets, this exhaustion happens all the time, and this is how markets moves higher. There goes higher, you get exhaustion, dump down. Go up, exhaustion, dump down, right? Go up, exhaustion, dump down, right? And then you continue up. But there is, it's a normal, it's kind of normal dump, as you can say it, you know, it's kind of normal dump. So this dump up here, you know, we are going towards the upside, and we get into the exhaustion period, so we kind of dump. So maybe it's going to continue later on. So right now, the only level I'm looking for, or on Dow Jones, is around what's that, 32,400, give or take. The 50 moving average depends on where the 50 moving average is going to be a couple of weeks. Do you think that the BTC bottom is in as in 4-hour Wyckoff distribution fractal of nice daily Wyckoff distribution pattern? Sorry man, cannot answer that because I'm not following Wyckoff, you know. Wyckoff is not my thing. If you wanna check out Wyckoff, there is that guy Uncomplicated. By the way, what's Uncomplicated saying right now? And you know, Crypto as well. Uncomplicated. Let's see the Uncomplicated here, guys. This is the guy. This video. Update, face the fractals. So he's saying something about fractals. So if you want to know anything about, you know, Wyckoff, this guy is doing fractals all the time. So I think he's kind of some, you know, Wyckoff expert, not fractals, but a Wyckoff expert. So, you know, if you want to know what's, you know, somebody thinks about those things, you know, go check the guy. 3 hours ago video, you know, 16 hours views, and go into the comments and say, you know, the late adopter says hello. Can you show chart on XRP? Sure. We can show a quick chart on XRP and Cardano because we are looking at, and it's not very, it's not only XRP and Cardano, but a lot of other coins have been having the same kind of a scary move right now. We dumped down and we are going this pennant up here, and we are hugging the 50 moving average, and where we broke the 50 moving average to the downside, right? Cardano did the same thing, dump down, some kind of pennant, 50 moving average right down. DK says dump to here. DK, is this gonna happen still? Maybe we're gonna see that, but it's not just these two, it's a lot of other altcoins that are doing exactly the same thing, dumping down. Now, is this a black swan event, guys? Is this a black swan event? And I'm gonna tell you a little story about the black swan event and, you know, the Corona crash, Corona black swan event. Yeah, you know, when Corona came, we knew what's happening in China, and then, you know, we are still taking it really lightly here, but we saw that, you know, in China they closed down the Wuhan, right? And I was like, oh man, they closed down that much, you know. If you close, this is like the first time in history somebody has quarantined the entire city. And then I was like, yeah man, that something big is happening, right? And then, you know, it came to Italy, and you know, Italy started closing down cities. And I was saying to people, hey guys, this is pretty big, but everybody was taking it still very easy, normal, no problem, like, yeah. But I was like, it's in Italy. Italy is closing down the cities, right? And the thing that I did not understand, like, markets were still going towards the upside. There was no market crash, but they were closing the city in Italy, totally. And I was telling my wife, you know, something is not right. Something doesn't want this to crash, or, you know, they're waiting for something. Because markets are supposed to crashing like crazy, but they're not crashing, you know. They're closing cities in China, they're closing city in Italy, they're coming out with all this pandemic, you know, stuff. But everybody's taking lightly in markets. And this was the weekend before the Monday on the crash itself. And I could not get it. Like, why is not everything crashing? And then suddenly, you know, Monday comes, bam, right down. This wasn't the weekend. This was actually a week, 10 days before they actually crashed. 10 days before the actual crash, I was telling this to my wife, you know, because I could not understand. And the entire week, like, everything is normal, nobody cares, like, everything is going up. And now I'm getting the same kind of feeling, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Why it's a little bit different? Because there's no pandemic, but you know, if you go to the stores, you will see shortages on some items. I've tried to, you know, buying some stuff, and everybody says, it's not coming, we don't know when it's gonna come in, you know. The stores are still full and everything, but there's definitely some kind of crisis in the transportation in the industry. We also seen, you know, the transportation, you know, prices are going through the roof, 10x right now, something like that. There are other problems with the economy as well. And now this Evergrande thing, you know, popping at the top, you know. So you kind of feel like, okay, something, you know, something is building up, but it's not crashing just yet. So what is waiting for, right? So maybe this is some kind of small crash, but I'm getting the same vibe I did get like during the Corona times. Same vibe. It's not that obvious, but it's like small hints and from pieces from here and there, just giving me this vibe, like maybe this is you know, some kind of manipulation, you know, towards downside. You love saying moving average. Yeah, I do, man. Does it seem to you that just based off the chart the BTC button might be 40? It might be 42, but right now I don't know. Now there is very nice support here. There is very nice support here, but it's not in confluence with anything. Let's see if this confluence. Now we got 20 moving. I would say like somewhere up here, you know, 20 moving, 50 moving, something around 40,000 might be some kind of support, because this 50 moving average, is gonna be the ultimate test up here, and the 50 moving average is right now at 38.7. You know, next week is gonna be at 39 or something like that, 40,000. You know, so I think this is gonna be the ultimate test, not actually this 38,000 level down here. Let's move it up here on the up here, maybe this 39. Right now it's not actually 38, it's actually 39. Before it was 38 when it was down here, you know, on the 50 moving average, but right now it looks like it's yeah, one other moving average has risen a bit. So I'm thinking this 39 level right now might be very important right now. Depends when you get down there. So I think this is more important level than actually 42 level. So I don't have actually very good confidence that 42 might hold. I think, you know, 39, there's a big chance that we, you know, get some kind of support. But if we fail the 50 moving average, that's gonna be a big no-no. That's gonna be a big no-no. COVID dump was full moon. COVID dump was full moon. Was it? Let's check the moon, man. Let's check the moon phases. But I have gone away a little bit from the moon itself, just new moon and full moon. No, COVID dump wasn't a full moon, it was the new moon. You see up here, these are the new moons. Let me just clear up the chart a bit. You gotta remove these, not these up here. You can see here, this is the new moon. New moon dumped the COVID. New moon dumped the COVID. This is the full moon. Full moon actually pushed the COVID towards the upside. So there you go. New moon still pushing down, full moon still pushing up. Doesn't matter how you look at it, but you know, this new moon didn't do anything. This new moon didn't do anything. But we have gone away. I don't know, guys, how many of you have been following the channel, but we have, you know, come to the conclusion that the new full moons and new moons, you know, although they might affect the market, what's more interesting is correlation between the full moons, new moons, and the perigee and apogee. So I'm going to explain to you down here. There's an entire video 2 days ago called, you know, Secrets of the Billionaires. So if you want to know Secrets of the Billionaires, Richard Hart said he was born on a full new moon. There is a new moon and there is a full moon. There is no such thing as full new moon. So let's bring the moons up here. Moons, and just remove again these things. So what we figured out, I don't know, guys, how many of you have seen this chart, but what we figured out is the moon itself, you know, they might be somewhat important, but you know, the moons are not that important as it's important correlation with these things up here. This is apogee, this is perigee. What is apogee and perigee? This is here's the Earth, right? Here's the Earth, and this is the Earth. This is where we live. This is, you know, where the stock market is, right? And this is the moon, right? So when moon goes around the Earth, it goes in kind of an ellipse. It doesn't go in a ring. It goes in kind of ellipse. And when the moon is closest to the Earth, this is called the perigee. And all of these buttons are perigees. Now when moves around and goes to the other side, and it's furthest away from the Earth, this is called the apogee. These are the tops up here. Now, when the moons, doesn't matter if it's new moon or full moon, when the moons are correlated with the apogees and perigees, this is called the full supermoons or micromoons, right? And these supermoons and micromoons, here is the correlation. Here's the correlation with the moons. Full moons, these are correlated. Here's the correlation, and the correlation have been indicating some kind of bottoms and tops. So correlation between these apogees and perigees and the full moons and new moons came down here at some kind of, you can call some kind of bottom, or some kind of top up here. You know, this is a little bit hard to read, but you know, bottom, top. Previously here, some kind of bottom, some kind of top. So the correlation is uncanny, and somebody might say, you know, correlation doesn't mean causation, and that's correct, because correlation does not mean causation, but correlation can mean probability of causation, right? Or probability for continuation of causation, right? And the next time that's gonna happen, we have the date, guys. We have the date, 20th November to the 20th. This is on the weekly. Let's zoom in out a little bit up here. This is 20th November to the 20th. It actually says 19th. Maybe I moved a little bit. Doesn't matter. It's actually 20 November to 20 December. In between here, something big gonna happen because these apogees and this perigee is correlating with the new moon and the full moons, and also this over here is a total eclipse. So you're gonna get a total eclipse on the new moon, on the perigee. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be you're gonna have a very important event here at exactly on the 4th of December. Very important event. I don't know if the world is gonna go under or if the moon is gonna explode or something like that, but something definitely is gonna happen, some kind of bottom. So we are hoping that this might actually move us to the upside, and we might reach some kind of new top here at the around December. But if this starts crashing down, maybe there is hope. Only 2 months left. 2-3 months left until we reach the bottom. And I said it, it would be good to go all the way down right now. Why would it be good to go all the way down? Well, guys, we already had from the very top up here to right now 116 bars. That's almost half a year, almost 6 months. Is it 6 months, right? I'm thinking correctly right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 months. We have said 6 months of a downtrend. Why would we want to stop now and go just a little bit up again when we can go on down for the next 3 to 6 months or 3 months, next 3 months down here, get in some kind of bottom, and then move like crazy until next summer, or even better next January up here, right? Because next time, these super moons are gonna happen is around June and around January, right? So that, if this is some kind of bottom down here, again, some kind of bottom, this might, correlate with some kind of top up here, or medium top or something like that, and continue going into upside, right? So I think like we already did 6 months of downtrend. Like let's continue 2-3 more months and hit the very bottom and then get big gains. What's your opinion on the markets for Q4? Stock markets or Bitcoin? But like right now, I don't have that good understanding of how markets will actually react long term. Let's see how is it right now. The still pushing up a little bit. I got down to this 42 level, trying to bounce a little bit back up again, but there's a lot of resistance here, so we might just do something like this and then bounce back down again. So we're gonna see. I don't think this is actually done. I think we need to have some kind of at least double bottom, some kind of move outside up here. Something has to happen because we just broke this resistance up here. Oh my god, crazy bounce, 80% in the last hour. What? Which coin did 18% in the last hour? Because on my chart, if you could see my chart right now, or my coins here on the side, everything is like double digits red. So I don't know what's up 18% in the last hour. Craig Wright has patented the moon. I think that guy has patented literally everything, man. Craig Wright, Elizabeth Warren would know, lol. Elizabeth Warren knows more about storms than crypto. Who's Elizabeth Warren? Or I see it's Elizabeth Warren. That's the U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren. Nah, not the Warren Elizabeth I thought about. Is I did till this year in some nice coins. OMG, oh yeah, OMG is up. OMG USD trading view. It actually is, man. For the day, but for the day it's down. Unfortunately, for the day it's down. Let's remove this. So it went up here 6% and it went down. This is daily. How can it? Yeah, for the hourly it can be, but right now it did push. It maybe just 70% up in the last hour. Yeah, in the last hour. So it did manage to get. So OMG is actually still climbing. OMG actually looks nice, guys. OMG actually looks nice, technically looks nice. Now if this can actually hold and if OMG is any kind of indicator for the bullishness, let's see here. Unfortunately, you got on the daily, you got right now the divergence, up, and this is going down. So this is divergence. This is double divergence. So it does look good, but double divergence, I don't want to go there. But yeah, it went 18% up in the last hour, not on the day. FTM nice bounce already. Let's see FTM nice bounce already. FTM is minus 17% down, so of course it's gonna have a nice bounce. Let's see on the hourly. But you know, just this is what we are waiting for on Bitcoin right now, because Bitcoin got extended downside. Right now we are waiting for this 10 moving average on Bitcoin to get hit, right, and you know, tell us whether this. But this pattern up here, it does look very nice. 9 minutes 53 seconds left to close on the daily, on the 1 hourly. So we're gonna see how this actually works out. So this dump is similar to COVID dump. I don't know. Index is right now only down 1%. I wouldn't say it's similar to COVID dump. I wouldn't say it's similar to COVID dump. Let's see here. I mean, this is what happened. This is what happened on the daily. You opened 2% down already, and at the end of the day, you closed 3.56%, and the next day you went down another 3%, and then opened up here, but you actually opened up there, but you went something like 4% down. And I was seeing some like big numbers, like minus 10% on a day on this, but right now it's a small dump. I won't say it's actually the same. It was big divergence up here though. It was big divergence. You can see here the price going up, the arrow side goes down. It was big divergence as well. But right now we are going into this dump without divergence. It goes down, this goes down, this goes down. We are going into this dump without divergence, but it is you know, a little bit scary, So what do you expect with the moons upcoming, up or down, and why? Well, right now, what I expect, well, I expect some kind of support holding, but if supports failed, we on this channel, we don't actually, you know, call for some kind of, you know, all-time high or whatnot. We know how tech analysis work, and we are basing all our decisions on that. So what we know is this right now. We were in a very nice uptrend up here. And up here it was coming to some kind of exhaustion period where we dumped down. Now the trend changed as soon as we done that, because you know, we broke the trend line at the downside, and right now we are going towards the downside, right? We're going to now, as long as we're going towards downside, now this is the new trend. This is the trend. So trend right now is the downside, at least in the short term. Even in the longer term, the trend is downside, because we did not make a new higher high. So trend is still on to the downside. Unfortunately, trend is to the downside. So we are not actually looking right now for, you know, some kind of 53 or 64,000 levels or something like that. The only thing we want to know is where the support is going to hit. Is it going to be 44,000, 42,000, 38,000? Down here, maybe some kind of 30,000 levels, right? Is going to be 30,000 levels, right? Then we have weekly supports, right? Weekly supports. Let me just do it like this up here. We got this at 40,000, but on the weekly time frame, this is where interesting, you know. So if you start breaking this down level at 30,000, right? If you start breaking that level on the downside, you know, we got support here at I would say around 20,000 because of this top up here, of course, 90,386. But this one down here, 200 moving average is the, you know, ultimate support, 15,860. So you can see here, we are not, you know, we are going with the trend right now, and right now the short term, the trend is not on the big frames, on the small time frames. The trend is a little bit on the downside, so we are looking at these levels up here, right? But as soon as these levels are broken and the bigger macro picture starts to change out here, you can see here, if you go below 38,000, you will be below the 20 and the 50 moving average, which is actually quite terrible. And as soon as you do that, as soon as you go below these levels up here, 39,000, if you do that, you gotta look for some kind of support here, here, or here. That's it, right? So what we are looking for, we are looking to the downside. We don't know where it's gonna, you know, end. We don't know, you know, whether that's gonna be 38,000, 30,000, 90,000, 15,000. We don't know. Maybe it's gonna even end here at 42,000. But we are looking for the support holding, and once we find the support holding, we are looking for the upside. And once, you know, you start breaking certain levels on the upside, you know, we become more and more bullish. You know, we are following the trend and so forth, so forth. But right now, I think, you know, it would be unwise not to be looking on the downside right now. at this exact very moment. Let's say 1 hourly, you know, trying to get back up to these resistance and upside. $250 people in and 100 likes, not bad. Please like, TLI is a champ. Thanks, man, appreciate it. All you do is close the chat, hit like, then hit chat again, next to thumbs down. You can do it in 2 seconds. Yeah, guys, hit the like button, spread love. The only poo coin I own is currently the only green in my portfolio, up 70% in 12 hours. Crypto lol. Will wait until Friday to fill my bag, depending on the Bitcoin. Everything that's correlated with Bitcoin is down. Everything that's not correlated with Bitcoin might be up. So especially the, you know, in bad times, the best thing to do is, you know, find something that, you know, the big fish is not in right now. You want to find something that's you know, small coins that are, you know, under the radar. Somebody told me about IOI yesterday. I don't know how it's doing. You know, it was doing fine. Right now it dumped a little bit. Yeah, it actually dumped as well. I don't know what IOI is. I'm not trying to shill any coins. I don't have any IOI. Let's go back. Doesn't matter. Any kind of coin that's not that's a small S coin, you know, can actually perform a lot better than everything else. US markets open and they are already down. So, you know, index is down, Dow Jones is down minus 1.70%, SPNX is down 1.35%. Do they measure it from the open down here? No, they measure it from the close. Yeah, they measure it from the close, so the gap. Go with safe narrative coin, better than S coin. Maybe. Safe narrative might actually. Altura is only a few weeks old but holding up okay. Anything that's a few weeks old might hold okay because, you know, it's being traded by the, you know, non-whales. So what are we gonna look at now, guys? What is of interest right now? Let's check the chart for Evergrande, and that's all stock here. This is Evergrande. Wow, that's 2.28. This is the daily. It was down by 70% if I'm correct. Yeah, it was down 70% and then they stopped because I read about it. It was down 70% and then they stopped the trading. Now the trading did help a little bit. It pulled up a little bit, but you know, Evergrande is just dying. It's just literally dying. Look at this. This is the worst. This is the worst feeling you can have, man. One other is Norwegian A shuttle. It dumped down, but you see how it has different kind of you know, it goes down like this, right? While Evergrande goes down like this, you know. So I think this when you see something go down like this, I think this is you know, going bust, and this is like hopium, you know. Maybe at some part over here, maybe we're gonna get some kind of support. Hey man, just want to ask you, do you own any coins or do you just do TA? Right now, mostly TA. I do own one coin, but I don't want to shield coins, so 2 coins. But it's more long-term investment. Big whale shaking the little snapper, yeah. Big whale shape. So it does look bad, guys. It does look bad. We don't know where the stop is. We don't know where the stop button is. We're still watching. We're still watching. So we're gonna keep close eye on this, especially this daily, guys. Watch this out. This daily, you don't wanna close below this level down here. Let's just move this down here. You don't wanna close below like that. 4. Not that many fours. This many fours. You don't wanna close below this level, guys. Bitcoin is having fractals. When will they end? I don't know when they will end, man, but Bitcoin has been having fractal for a long time. This is the 3rd fractal in a small time frame. There will be some absolute bargains soon, both in crypto and stocks. Hope everyone kept some powder dry. Yeah, I mean, big dumps are good for buying. Big dumps are good for buying. The stop button is here. Everyone knows. Everyone hit it now. Yeah, hit the stop count, guy. Make this stop. Can you please share your analysis on XRP? Thanks for knowledge. It's just going down. Like when Bitcoin stops, you know, everything's gonna stop. Everything's gonna stop. So Bitcoin is the most interesting right now. Okay, guys, that's it. That's it. That was just a quick video on Bitcoin. What's happening right now? I don't see any bottom right now. Maybe some kind of stoppage here. So we're gonna see if it gets some kind of support on 42 or 44 level up here. Maybe some kind of sideways moves on the time frame. But you know, once it goes down 10% down, you know, it's gonna take a lot, you know, to push this even more down. ADA did reach my target. Not yet, man, not yet. ADA is sitting right now at 2.1, so a little bit more to go to 1.8. See you later, DK. What causes the correlation between Bitcoins and altcoins? Liquidity in altcoins have liquidity in Bitcoin. At least that's what I heard. If you wanna, there's a guy called Richard Hart. You know, his theory about, you know, liquidity in coins being locked into dollars or Bitcoin. So coins that have the most liquidity in Bitcoin, they are, you know, correlated to Bitcoin, and those that have liquidity in dollars, they are correlated with dollar. Thanks. Amen. That's it, guys. Come back. Maybe this evening we'll do another stream, but definitely tomorrow 9 a.m. sharp, Bitcoin daily. Every single day we do this, every single day. So we're gonna see how this actually works out. But I will keep you posted, guys. I will keep you posted. But right now we are dump down here. Right. I don't think it's done. I don't think right now here. Maybe some, you know, you're gonna manage. This is 30 minutes. Let's see 15 minutes. 15 minutes climbing up here to the 20 moving average. So we're gonna see that. Let's see 5 minutes. 5 minutes almost climbing. Yeah, 5 minutes climbing the 50 moving average. So maybe. So we are at the breaking point right now. You know, maybe we can manage somehow to, you know, climb to upside. Hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Check out the links down below. See you guys later this evening or tomorrow morning 9 a.m. sharp on the dollar. Bye bye. Where's the stop button?